What's up, fellow adult collectors? Welcome to Civilian Collectibles. The primary focus of this video is going to be the Amazon exclusive Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Omega Ranger and Uniforce Cycle. This set was made available at the same time as the Cycle Rangers 5-pack and, as of this recording, is still in stock on Amazon. If you're interested in seeing upcoming releases from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection, be sure to stick around after the Omega Ranger review. Hasbro Pulse had their Power Rangers Fan First Friday event earlier today, so I'm taking the opportunity to share that information with you here. If this is your first time landing on my channel, hi, my name is Seville, and here I like to discuss action figures and other collectibles based on my favorite movies, TV shows, and video games. If you find this video enjoyable or informative, please give me a thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So because of the cycle, I'll be doing this a little bit differently than I normally would if it was just a figure. Typically, I would start off with a good close up and down look at both the front and the back of the figure, but because the cycle is involved, I'll do it all four sides. So far, the cycle itself does look pretty good, but there are some things I need to point out about the Omega Ranger figure. At first glance, it might seem okay, but the longer you look at it and the more you analyze it, the further it gets away from its real-life counterpart. The spacing and stripes of the design don't always match up and sync up to each other. The width of the stripes aren't the same from piece to piece, therefore even just standing straight up in a vanilla pose, they don't quite line up. On the plus side, the morpher on his left arm is somewhat functional. The handle does actually rotate around. Back to the negative side though, the problematic stripes from the front aren't even there on the back. To me, this looks like an unfinished product. Now of course, I don't have any way of knowing whether or not they planned to always leave it like this, or if they just got slowed down during production, or whatever. But I would have rather it been delayed and done correctly than released on time. Now as far as accessories goes, he does get two wide open hands, one of them having the lightning effects coming off of it. Plus, there's the ID badge. Now, this thing is really tiny, but it does have some sculpting detail in it. You might just not be able to see it on camera. The lightning effect hand does look pretty cool, and it's probably the one that'll stay on in my displays. When it comes to the Uniforce Cycle though, it really is the standout piece. This is the first vehicle in the Lightning Collection, and if it turns out to be a sign of things to come in the future, I'm more than happy with it. The sculpting of the cycle is top-notch, and pretty much just rolled right off the show. The only thing that's technically wrong is that the brace on the bottom should have been white instead of black. Other than that though, I have no complaints with the Uniforce Cycle whatsoever. Back to the Omega Ranger figure though, I'm going to skip the articulation segment because it does use the same basic male body frame as most of the Lightning Collection, so all that's the same. Of the three SPD Rangers we have so far, the Omega Ranger is definitely the weakest figure. For now, there is absolutely no doubt that the Shadow Ranger is the best and most unique of this team. With all that said though, it's time to run this Power Rangers Lightning Collection SPD Omega Ranger and Uniforce Cycle through my guidelines for a complete and fair review. While the Ranger figure itself doesn't use much of a unique sculpt, because the cycle is totally new, I'm going to go ahead and give it that point. Plus, since the bike itself is so detailed, I'll let the set get that point as well. However, I can't give it the accuracy because of the paint job on the figure, especially the lack of stripes on the back. The set is in scale, and the figure does have more than 20 points of articulation. Everything balances really well, and there is a decent amount of accessories. The roughly $30 price point is fair for this set, and as of now, it is still available on Amazon. However, all the paint inaccuracies do lead me to say that there are still some quality control problems with this line, and thus leading my final score to an 8 out of 10 star rating, meaning it's still a pretty excellent figure and a must own for all fans of the character. So while this is by no means a flawless release, if you are a fan of the SPD series, especially the Omega Ranger himself, it is worth adding to your collection. And now, as promised, the official news that came straight from Hasbro Pulse earlier today. Some of you may know that about a week ago, some pictures started to float around that were believed to be the Wave 6 lineup. Personally, I don't like to report on things that are rumored or unconfirmed. I'd rather wait for the official release from Hasbro or whatever company it is I'm dealing with. But now, I can say that official images for Wave 6 of the Lightning Collection have been released. The first confirmed figure is Tommy as Zero Ranger 5, Red. This figure will feature a brand new Tommy Oliver head sculpt based on his appearance in the Zeo season. Next up is the more traditional Mighty Morphin Black Ranger. For collectors who either skipped or didn't really count the armored version of Zack, this will finish up the Mighty Morphin team. It does feature a brand new head sculpt based on his Season 2 appearance. Next up is indeed the first Hero Ranger from Power Rangers in Space, finally being able to go alongside the Psycho Rangers. It is a little weird to me that we got the entire Psycho team, with the exception of Silver, before we got the first In Space Ranger. And finally, back to Mighty Morphin, we have the original Green Ranger. Wait, no, this is Goldar. See, this is why I don't do the rumors. Goldar is in Wave 6, not the original Green Ranger. During the Fan First event, it was noted that this will be an updated Goldar with a new dark wash that goes over the gold to improve the color and bring out the details. Also, the sword will be getting a new sculpt and paint update, as well as a new flame effect. The other update can't really be seen in the permapics, but they did show it in the live feed, where this is actually the wingless Goldar. It'll just have the small clips in the back like he did in Season 1. So now, you can see the official lineup for Wave 6. Zeo Red, Mighty Morphin Black, In Space Yellow, and a re-release for Goldar. While I'm sure we'll eventually learn what's going on with that original Green Ranger, this is what we're getting for now. So, will you be getting the whole wave? Are you just sticking to Mighty Morphin? Are you glad to finally see an In Space Ranger? Let me know in the comments below.